If you think you need thousands of dollars to start investing, you've already been sold the wrong idea. The biggest barrier isn't money, it's hesitation. People tell themselves they'll begin when they earn more, when they understand everything, or when the market feels safe. But that moment rarely comes. Life keeps moving, expenses grow, priorities shift, and investing stays stuck on the to-do list. Here's the truth most people don't realize early enough. Time matters more than money. Starting with $100 today can be more powerful than starting with $1,000 a year from now. That's because investing is less about the amount you put in and more about how long your money is allowed to grow. The earlier you begin, the more time you give compounding to work quietly in the background. Think of investing like planting a tree. You don't wait until you can afford a forest. You start with a single seed. That seed doesn't look impressive at first. It's small, almost insignificant. But given enough time, consistency, and patience, it grows into something far bigger than its starting point. The same principle applies to your money. Small beginnings are not a disadvantage, they are the starting line. What holds most people back is the belief that small amounts don't matter. It feels pointless to invest $100 when social media is filled with stories of people making thousands overnight. But those stories often skip the years of discipline, mistakes, and consistency behind the scenes. Real investing isn't about chasing quick wins. It's about building something stable and lasting. There's also a psychological shift that happens when you start, even with a small amount. You stop being someone who plans to invest and become someone who actually does it. That identity change is powerful. It influences your future decisions, your habits, and how you view money. Suddenly, you're not just earning and spending, you're growing. Waiting, on the other hand, has a hidden cost. Every month you delay is a missed opportunity for growth. Money you could have invested sits idle, losing value over time due to inflation. And more importantly, you miss out on building the habit that truly drives long-term wealth. The reality is you don't need perfect knowledge to begin. You don't need to time the market. You don't need to feel 100% confident. What you need is to take that first step, however small it feels. Because once you start, everything becomes clearer. You learn by doing, not by waiting. So yes, you might feel late. Maybe you wish you had started earlier. But the better perspective is this: you're still early compared to where you'll be if you keep delaying. Starting today, even with $100, puts you ahead of the version of yourself that never begins. And in investing, that difference compounds just as much as money does. Most people grow up believing that saving money is the ultimate goal. You earn, you spend carefully, and whatever is left, you store away. It feels responsible, safe, and controlled. But there comes a point where saving alone stops being enough. Your money might be sitting still, but the world around it isn't. Prices rise, opportunities pass, and slowly that safe money loses its real value over time. The real shift happens when you stop seeing money as something to protect and start seeing it as something to grow. That's the difference between a saver and an investor. A saver focuses on not losing money. An investor focuses on putting money to work. It's a subtle change in thinking, but it completely transforms how you approach your finances. When you invest even with a small amount like $100, you're doing something powerful. You're buying into growth. You're no longer just holding cash. You're owning a piece of businesses, industries, and ideas that are constantly evolving and expanding. Instead of your money sitting idle, it starts participating in the economy. What often holds people back is fear. The fear of losing money can feel stronger than the excitement of gaining it. And that fear makes sense. No one likes uncertainty. But avoiding investing altogether doesn't eliminate risk. It just changes its form. Keeping all your money in savings exposes you to a different kind of risk, the slow erosion of value and missed potential. Another common mistake is focusing too much on returns in the beginning. People want to know how quickly they can double their money or which investment will give the highest gains. But early on, that's not the most important thing. The real priority is building behavior. Consistency matters far more than short-term performance. When you invest regularly, you're training yourself to think long-term. You stop reacting emotionally to every market movement and start focusing on the bigger picture. This discipline is what separates people who succeed from those who give up too early. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. There's also a deeper psychological benefit to investing. It changes your relationship with money. Instead of seeing it as something that comes in and goes out, you begin to see it as a tool that can multiply. That perspective naturally leads to better decisions. You become more intentional about spending, more aware of opportunities, and more focused on long-term goals. Starting small actually makes this process easier. With $100, the pressure is low. You're not risking everything, but you're still gaining experience. You learn how markets move, how investments behave, and how your own emotions react. That learning is incredibly valuable, and it sets the foundation for larger decisions in the future. Over time, as your confidence grows, so does your ability to invest more. But that growth doesn't come from luck or timing, it comes from the habits you build early on. The shift from saving to investing isn't about taking reckless risks. It's about understanding that true financial security doesn't come from holding on to money forever. It comes from allowing that money to grow steadily and intentionally over time. When most people first think about investing, they imagine complexity. Charts filled with lines, experts making predictions, and constant decisions about when to buy or sell. It feels overwhelming, and that's often what stops them from starting. But the truth is, investing doesn't need to be complicated to be effective. In fact, simplicity is often what leads to the best long-term results. If you're starting with $100, your goal isn't to outsmart the market. It's to participate in it. That means choosing investments that give you broad exposure rather than trying to pick individual winners. Instead of betting on one company and hoping it performs well, you spread your money across many. This approach reduces risk and makes your journey much more stable. One of the easiest ways to do this is through index funds or exchange-traded funds. These investments track entire markets or sectors, meaning your money grows as the overall economy grows. You're not relying on one decision being right. You're relying on long-term progress. This removes a lot of the pressure and guesswork that beginners often struggle with. Another important step is automation. Emotions are one of the biggest challenges in investing. When markets go up, people feel excited and want to invest more. When markets drop, fear takes over and they hesitate or pull out entirely. Automation helps remove this emotional cycle. By setting up regular contributions, even small ones, you invest consistently without needing to make repeated decisions. Consistency is where the real power lies. Investing $100 once is a good start, but investing regularly is what builds momentum. Even if you can only add a small amount each month, the habit matters more than the size. Over time, these contributions begin to stack, and that's when you start to see meaningful progress. Reinvesting your returns is another key part of the process. When your investments generate gains or dividends, leaving that money invested allows it to grow further. This is how compounding works. Your returns begin to generate their own returns. It's a slow process at first, almost invisible, but over time it becomes incredibly powerful. It's also important to manage expectations. Your first $100 isn't going to turn into a fortune overnight. There will be days when your investment value goes down, and that can feel discouraging. But those short-term fluctuations are a normal part of the journey. What matters is staying focused on the long term and not reacting to every small change. As you continue, increasing your contributions gradually can make a big difference. You don't need to make drastic changes. Small increases over time are enough. As your income grows or your expenses become more controlled, channeling a bit more into your investments helps accelerate your progress. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't require constant attention. You don't need to watch the market every day or keep up with every piece of financial news. Once you've set up a simple, consistent system, your role becomes maintaining that discipline. In the end, the strategy isn't about finding shortcuts or chasing trends. It's about building a reliable process that you can stick to for years. Starting with $100 is not a limitation, it's an entry point. And with the right approach, that small beginning can grow into something much larger over time. There's a part of investing that rarely gets talked about, especially in the beginning. It's not the strategies, the platforms, or even the returns. It's the emotional reality of what the journey actually feels like. Because no matter how simple your plan is, there will be moments that test your patience and your confidence. At some point, you will see your investments drop in value. It might be a small dip or a significant decline, but it will happen. And when it does, it won't feel like a normal part of the process. It will feel personal. You'll question whether you made the right decision, whether you started at the wrong time, or whether you should stop altogether. This is where most people fall off track, not because their strategy was wrong, but because their expectations were unrealistic. Investing is often presented as a smooth upward journey, but in reality, it's uneven. There are highs, lows, and long periods where it feels like nothing is happening. That quiet phase can be just as challenging as a downturn. When you don't see immediate results, it's easy to lose motivation or assume your efforts aren't working. But growth in investing is rarely dramatic at the start. It's gradual, almost invisible, until enough time has passed for it to become noticeable. Another reality is that comparison can quietly undermine your progress. You'll hear stories of people making quick gains or finding the perfect investment at the right time. It creates the illusion that you're behind or doing something wrong. But those stories often highlight outcomes, not processes. They don't show the risks taken, the mistakes made, or the times things didn't work out. Focusing on your own consistency is far more valuable than trying to match someone else's results. There will also be moments where doing nothing feels uncomfortable. When markets are volatile, the instinct is to act, to buy more, sell everything, or change your strategy completely. But often, the most effective decision is to stay consistent and trust the plan you started with. Discipline in investing isn't about constant action, it's about controlled inaction when it matters most. It's important to accept that investing is not a fast path to wealth. It's a structured long-term process. The idea of getting rich quickly is appealing, but it usually leads to unnecessary risks and inconsistent decisions. Sustainable growth comes from patience, repetition, and time. The people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid losses entirely, they're the ones who stay invested despite them. Over time, something interesting happens. The same market movements that once made you anxious start to feel normal. You become less reactive, more focused, and more confident in your approach. That shift doesn't come from reading more or finding better strategies. It comes from experience and consistency. The key is to keep going, even when it feels slow or uncertain. Progress in investing doesn't always look exciting, but it builds quietly in the background. Each contribution, each decision to stay invested adds to something larger than it seems in the moment. So instead of expecting immediate results, focus on building resilience. Understand that setbacks are part of the process, not a sign that you should stop. Because in the long run, the ability to remain consistent matters far more than any single decision you make along the way.